lovey-dovey. I want some lovey-dovey.
Hi, this is Neji and I'm on E Extra.
If you say you love me, show your color.
Well, I think it's because this is my life. I didn't just jump into it because I was looking for something to do. It is my life, it's my calling. It's what gives me joy. It's what gives me a sense of purpose. I believe everyone has a calling upon their lives. You know, some people are called to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, pastors. I was called to be a musician, so this is my life. I'm just living my life.
Only your smile will stop my cry. Now I know why some people they die.
Okay, when I just started music, when I started venturing into music was when we were like about to step out of the analog age to the digital age. So I probably was one of those who saw the analog age going down and the digital age beginning. You know, that was when the analog age was when we still had vinyls, you know, records still on vinyls. We still had cassettes. In fact, yesterday I was looking at some of the cassettes and I was thinking to myself, my God, look at what has happened to our industry. Our industry has moved, and all of a sudden these cassettes are like old school now. In a short while, we'll probably only be finding cassettes in maybe museums or something. You know, that was when I started. Music was still very analog, but the digital was stepping into it gradually and becoming more prominent. And then suddenly it became very, very digital indeed. We stepped into the era of CDs, and now we're going into MP3s, and I wonder where we're moving into next. So I think I've seen the good and the bad side of the industry.
Then say we no go fit stand together, but not like then they lie.
Now, that's a very, very interesting question indeed. The relationship that exists between the younger generation artists and the older generation artists. To tell you the truth, it could be better. My generation probably has a better relationship with the older generation. But the now generation, I think they can actually have a better relationship with the older generation, with us, than they have now. I do not know what is wrong. But then again, when I looked at it, because I thought about it some time ago, and I came to the conclusion that, you know, because the current artists did not become stars based on structures on ground, each and every one of them is a self-made star. So that means there is a gap, you know? So that communication gap that should have existed if everyone had come in to become a star through that structure, that communication gap is missing. Maybe that's the reason why. But I think it's never too late for us to repair it. You know, our union, P-Man, for a very long time was in a state of comatose. But thank God we're coming back now. I think that is one of the major challenges, major work that P-Man has got to do, you know, to make sure they bridge that gap and foster love, unity, and oneness between the artists once more.
Story, we got to give God glory. We got to live life slowly. Don't know they bring life back. You hear me say.
Before Ice Prince, I've featured lots of other young people on my works. You know, I always do that, work with a lot of young, you know, artists. Now, Ice Prince came to me and said he had the song and he felt that I could add some value to it. I said, okay, let me hear. He sent it to me. I listened to it. Lovely song, lovely message. I said, yes, I could add some value to it. Took my time and did my own part. Thank God it came out well. It meant I added some value to it. Why not Ice Prince? Ice Prince is very creative. You know, he's one of the very few creative Nigerian artists that I respect. You understand? So it was a pleasure. It was an honor working with someone like him too. So it was a good working relationship we had, and I'm happy it turned out well because everybody's talking about the song Whiskey, Whiskey, Whiskey. Well, for me, I think it's God, really. It's not because of anything I've been doing fantastically or specially. I just believe it's because I have yielded my life, my family to God. God plays a major role in my home. And I believe any home that will stay together in love, in unity, in harmony, you know, God must be pivotal in that home. Some people will tell you, look, my career comes first. If you put your career first above your marriage, then your marriage becomes secondary. Then do not cry if your marriage crumbles. Yes, your career is important, but the moment you get married, you need to know where to draw the line. So by the grace of God, with His help, so far, I have not had any problem. You know. But at home, I'm another regular father, regular husband. I'm not Sonny Neji the musician. I'm just my dad, my husband.
Then say we not go fit, stand together, but not like then they lie.
Okay, you can reach me on Facebook, Sonny Neji, on Twitter at Sonny Neji. Yeah, you can email me, sonnynej@yahoo.com.
Oh mama, we get unity, and everybody be one family. Tell them.
Hi, this is Sonny Neji, and I'm your e-personality today on E-Extra. So keep watching E-Extra.
I say one unity, now we get one family, now we